What's up, guys? How are you doing today? Hey, Steven. Did you come to feast on my misery? Sorry. Oh, I forgot. All right. Yeah, that exert workout is insane. I remember doing it still. Everyone is dreading exert rides. I sort of get it, but where are my gloves anyway? Oh, over there. So one more second. I almost knocked down my camera. I'm grossly unprepared for this. Because yesterday I installed my riser, Elite riser, and I was playing with it for over 2 hours in New York City, doing the KOM over and over again, trying sprinting, everything, and my legs are basically wrecked. But it is the only evening I have available to do the ZRacing. Besides maybe Sunday, but I didn't want to risk. I wouldn't have time. So you're doing breakthrough test. Yeah, that's horrible. So, exactly. The worst thing that can happen is basically I'll finish badly, right? Which I wouldn't want to, but sometimes that's the cost of doing business. So, still have 6 minutes until I can register into the pen of the race. So I'm going to check that the riser is still working. And I'm going to do that on the oh hell no, because that's steep uphill right from the start. Yeah, I mean, Steven, but you did 2 9 watts per kilo leg snappers, so that doesn't count as a failure to me. Darren, in any other day, I would say win. And probably still trying to win, but I don't know how my legs are going to feel, because I definitely feel that after yesterday, my legs were challenged in a different way, obviously. So we'll see. You didn't like it, Georg? I mean, it's surreal. It's surreal. You know, going into the 17-18% New York City KOM, I was basically looking to the ceiling. So let me first change the bike so I don't forget. Let's see if it still works. If it still works. Thank you very much, Oliver. After 20 years of being in the overweight category, that definitely is something that is pleasant to read. Yeah, so as you can see, it's working. I'm riding up the 6% gradient and I'm inclined. Yeah. At least according to BMI, I was definitely overweight. I mean, some of that was muscles, but I definitely had that belly fat. So the RPM looks kind of wonky, but I think that this trainer needs to warm up a little bit first. Also, it is a very nice experience riding with the Justo. It's like cycling through butter. Yeah, I'm eager to see how it's going to influence my sprint. I've tried it. I've done 1100 watts yesterday. Felt alright. A little different than with the previous trainer, but... Hey Miguel, how are you? Hey Black Flame. Yeah, I'm gonna try, definitely. Definitely going to go for it. Yeah, I do. I listen to music. Sometimes I do listen to music. Sometimes I listen to podcasts. Sometimes YouTube videos. Caleb Hammer is my favorite workout podcast, or, you know, channel, or whatever you want to call it. Almost, Matthias. The square is missing, obviously. Will be a logical next step, but TT bar. I actually had TT bars when I started Zwifting. I had those clip-on TT bars that you can buy in Decathlon or whatever. It was actually quite nice. But then the nuts and bolts corroded from my sweat and they were done, so I got rid of them and I didn't get another ones. So there is one more piece of equipment that's coming. and that is Zwift ride. That is not for me, it's for my wife. I finally managed to talk her to trying Zwift, which is nice. No, not the limited edition. Which is sort of pity, because if I knew like a week ago when it went into sale that this would happen, obviously that would be like perfect, but the idea came a little late. No, I have Justo from yesterday. The thing is, Matthias, I think I have better setup actually now, so it is really for her. Okay, so let's do a U-turn so I can demonstrate what does it do. Zoom. Let's get the real arrow down. Minus 10% on the riser. And the crazy thing is, you can even steer with the riser. It's not as precise as with the Zwift Play though. So, while racing I'm still going to use the Play, but and back to zero. Alright, so let's join to the event. And we are going to do the warm up. No, I don't want to save it. Oh well. Workouts. What is that? 30 minutes to burn. Yeah, I knew yesterday that I shouldn't do too much since I planned to race today. But I wanted to make sure everything works as it should. And also it's been so much fun, you know, on those rolling hills in New York City. So okay, so the erg mode didn't engage yet. Yeah, I know. No pressure whatsoever. Yeah, actually, I did the New York City KOM yesterday with a 18% gradient, and I was like looking into the ceiling. And it is actually quite difficult to, you know, do something on your phone and stuff like that. Because you're going up and down and My current percent of training difficulty, I believe I am at 50. No, 30. 30 is the setting I like the most. And in the end, it doesn't matter anyway, so. Yeah, the changes are immediate. It is a thing that I was quite afraid of. You know, when there are rollers, if there's not going to be like 1 second delay, that would spoil the experience, but it's immediate. I think 30% is optimal for racing. You don't need to worry that much about changing the gears all the time. So I mean, just used it yesterday for the first time, right? But since it simulates the gradient, it also simulates your position on the bike. And that means that more muscle groups are basically challenged when you are using the riser. So it can help you in that regard. Otherwise, it's just fun. Oh, we are going to see, Steven. We are going to see. I think on the leg snapper, it's going to either help me or kill me. One of those two things. I tried to do some hard intervals yesterday as well, to see how it will feel. It was good. The rocker plate, I love that rocker plate. I said it multiple times. I'm not paid to say so. I bought it with my money. So there is no promotion from my part. But I love it and I regret not getting it sooner. The front and aft motion is so important to comfort. Also, this rocker plate moves like crazy. It's very, very wobbly. You need to get used to it, that's for sure. First few rides you might feel like you are flying all over the place. But you get used to it very quickly. Then it's insane. Yeah, really, as I said, Steven, I think you are the customer with the best use case. You spend crapload of time on the indoor bike, might as well do it in comfort. Some people say that the rocker plate can help you feel like you are outdoors, you are riding outdoors. I don't think that's entirely true, because the movements are somewhat different. Not much, but it's not the exact same thing. And but the most important thing is the increasing comfort, because with each pedal stroke you do a little movement, front to back, side to side, and up and down. And if you don't have that movement underneath you, each of that movements is a friction. And basically, the rocker plate makes your saddle go with you, so there is no friction anymore. The rocker plate is Turbox Real Plate React. I've got 4% off if you wanted to buy them. By that, it's in the overlay down with code RoadtoA. Just check the guy's website. He's a very nice guy with very good customer support as well. So it's very well customizable. Basically, you control the amount of movement with how much air pressure you put into each of those balls. It's very nice. I'm actually going to make a video about this rocker plate, or about rocker plates in general, but since I have this one, it's going to be mainly about this one. About the headphones, I mean, loudspeaker. First of all, the fan noise goes over even a loudspeaker, right? But, you know, if you are riding in an apartment with neighbors, loudspeaker isn't probably something that you can afford. If you have an empty garage, obviously, it's a different story, but we first need to make sure that she's going to like Zwifting. She likes riding bike outdoors. Oh! Did I actually select wrong workout for warm-up? It's not the Bradley Wiggins one. Looks similar, but I know that a lot of people uses the tennis ball solution. Never tried it myself, but looks like a lot of people are happy with it. So it's good that there is a affordable solution, definitely. Track buddy. So this is going to be my first race on this setup. I tried it thoroughly yesterday, so I'm confident it should be fine. But there might be some issues discovered. Hopefully not, but... Yeah, Steven, actually I'm eager to learn, since this trainer is supposed to be way more accurate than the Zwift hub. This should have, they claim, way less than 1% accuracy. If I'm going to gain watts, lose watts, if it's not going to change, I don't know. Yeah, of course, Miguel. I turned it on the 10-bit mode, 10 hertz mode. I turned the power smoothing down. Hopefully everything is set correctly. Yeah, I've got Ellie Justo too. I actually received this setup. I didn't buy it, but unfortunately I cannot tell by whom. It's not sponsored. My profession is I work in corporate finance. And the English part, I don't know if it's excellent. But I played a lot of video games since I was young, browsed Reddit. These are the best teachers, right? No, I use the virtual shifting, but with cassette, not the Zwift cock. It's from Elite Riser. Sure it is, Ras. As long as you are using 100% trainer difficulty, you are good to go. Don't worry, it's not going to be easier. I'm not sure if I already had virtual shifting when I was doing Everesting. Was that out by that point? I'm at 40, I believe 19. You know, the one that's recommended for elite trainers. Do you have the latest firmware? I mean, this is erg mode, so it should be stable, right? But it was pretty stable even in sim mode yesterday, so I've read about the issues with elite trainers, but I didn't encounter them, to be honest. Thankfully. It took some time to calibrate. When I first sat on the bike, I basically couldn't get over 100 watts. But after some period of riding, it calibrated itself. And in terms of power, I don't feel a difference to Zwift up. In terms of ride feel, it's obviously way better, as it should. Oh yeah, so I had virtual shifting when I was resting. Ah, 50 to 55.21 should be fine as well. Wait, what? Okay. It changed. I definitely feel one of the problems that's written about, I think GP Lama wrote about it, that you cannot really do super low watts with this trainer, but it's like under 100 and that doesn't bother me anyway. The pedaling is so soft. Okay, 30 seconds. It's a little slower to get to the target power in erg mode. Okay, I don't want the recovery, the cooldown. I'm gonna have that in the pen. Not that many people in the pen. It's not ZRacing anymore. And it's not prime time either, so. Oh. Resting heart rate lower? What do you mean, Darren? My resting heart rate is 37, actually. I don't think I should lower it much more. You mean on the bike? Yeah, okay. Well, it's again really hot in Czechia today. Yeah, I get it now. And my legs are really tired from yesterday, so I don't think this is going to be an optimal performance, but maybe it will be enough anyway, so. Yeah, 37. Well, to be fair, it was 37 like twice in the last month. Usually it's about 40, but I mean, the CC Tour was fun. It was difficult, but a lot of fun though. Do I have the correct bike? Yeah. Oh my god, Darren, that sucks. Good luck, mate. Well, admit it, Grizzly. You wanted to feast on my corpse. I'm doing Cat B today. I think it's going to hurt me today anyway. It's probably the last time I can do Cat B anyways. Because if I gain points today, I will be over 510 and it's going to be over, so. Yeah, I look forward to riding with her. Already research how to do the meetup. I've seen it in Steven's video when he was doing like 9 watts per kilo. I was getting dropped. I can feel the gradient kicking in. What would I do in a breakaway? I'm heavy still. I need to lose about 6 more kilos to do that. This is 390 to 510. I feel like it is a little easier to hold higher watt. I don't know if it's just placebo effect of the trainer, but it's actually 7.2 kilos, Miguel. Yeah, I was thinking that there was like 2 or 3 people. It might have been a breakaway. There was no point of me pushing myself. Does anyone know how long it is from this corner to the finish line? Like 300? Okay. Come on, my guy. No. Oh my god, I didn't use the power up. And now I don't have feather. I guess. Okay. Is this building a hotel in Innsbruck? Looks like a hotel. Is this not like far back enough? Oh, there's an attack. But it's solo. More? Then no mate. It was second, I believe. So I put way too hard gear, and this trainer takes a little while to get to the next gear. It's not bad, I actually like it, but it's different to Zwift Hub. And so I was increasing, and then it was too hard. I put that a little lower, but still was decent. But I think the guy on the right was faster a little bit. But yeah, obviously, I was sandbagging this group. Shouldn't have been here. Just wanted to do it well, still could. Next week is going to be more difficult. Darren, you don't need draft if you want to win. Miguel, I wasn't even looking at the gears. I simply was hitting the button, and then I simply couldn't go. I don't know what my cadence was. It had to be like 70 or something, no? Yeah, I think I was, for a brief moment before the finish line, I was first, but I saw that guy on the right in the white or beige jersey being a little bit faster. Yeah, but still, I think decent result. I think if I had my Zwift Hub, actually, I would have made it. But I went into the low cadence spiral, but that doesn't matter. I need to learn how this trainer behaves, then it's going to be all right. So multi-tool words, yeah. That's it is more fun, Edward. It is definitely more fun. I think on the first leg snapper, the uphill position actually allowed me to do better power. But obviously, that might be just, it might be just my perception. But it was a nice race. I actually loved Innsbrucking. It's my favorite route. It's the route when I did my first ever FTP test 2 years ago when I started Zwifting. Ace completer. I do have special insoles for my back shoes, yeah. Yeah, it's because I need to calibrate it. It's the riser actually steers as well. So let me calibrate it. Sure, it's forward. So it's about right. Good. So now I shouldn't be steering anymore. I pressed that event button, Darren. It's just turning in circles. I feel like I'm in Microsoft Excel again. No, it's not Zwift Place. It's the riser. The riser has steering as well. And when I started sprinting, I moved the riser a little bit. I'm still waiting for the dedicated plate for the rocker plate for riser. Yeah, Power PI. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fairly sure I'm in second. Which is cool. At least I don't have that feeling that I completely sank back the race. Exactly. I spent the whole day preparing new planning template for the next planning season in Excel today. So photo finish. But there were actually really good sprinters in this group. Yeah, I know, Darren is right completely. I was joking, but the biggest problem of that sprint was I really don't have that feeling for the trainer yet. You know, with the Zwift hub, I knew that if I shifted like 3 gears up, I would be in the right gear to sprint for me. Here I did the same, and it went simply too hard because it behaves differently. So I still did my watts, but maybe not so much. And I did it in lower cadence. Yeah, the headphones are great. I actually used AirPods before. These are way better listening experience while Zwifting. They filter the fan noise really nicely. And actually the sweat doesn't bother me as much as it did with AirPods, so. You are so nice, guys. But I deserved that second place. The guy was better. I mean, Zwift is pretty mature community, so I can imagine voice chat being good. I assume there will be some trolls, but not that many as in different games. But obviously, when you're Zwifting and you have fans blowing, you cannot use your headphones microphone, so pretty much everyone who would want to use that feature would need microphone like this. And I'm not sure many people would want to do that. Ah, result. So Mr. Kabat was better. Well done. And actually 4 more riders very close. So this was strong sprinter group actually. This was group heavy on sprinters. I was actually surprised how much did I dropped everyone on the first leg snapper. Because I wasn't going all, in all power by no means. It was like very controlled effort on the first leg snapper. It's the second as well, but the second I was chasing. The first one I was just riding, but you can see the top 8 basically in 1 second. And if you look at all finishers, we've got 13 people within 1 second. Very strong sprinter group. Call of Duty voice chat. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that in the race, you know, in free rides, the chat would be like nice addition to chat, you know, about stuff from everyday life. But in the races, it would be like cheater. I mean, sure, you know, we can talk about the definition of mature, but I assume Zwift wouldn't be, you know, Zwift's population is what, like majority, like 30 to 60. There aren't that many like the really young guys, right? So it wouldn't be like League of Legends chat or anything. I don't know if he was Slovak, but he has Czech or Slovak name, yeah. Kabat, it means coat in Czech and Slovak language. That could be Hungarian as well. All of those countries around us have different, you know, similar namings. All right, Miguel. So I think the correct strategy is to go to like 22, and then if it's not enough, then maybe add one more. But definitely needs to be more careful with the shifting. New racing score 519. Woo! So next week, it's back A again. Steven, I would prefer to use that, you know, the voice that the pink guards in Squid Game had. They would be so epic. Or the one from the front man. Do share, Darren. We love cheat codes. You did 26:47, and what was our time? Was it better or worse? Rarest jersey in game? Ugh, I don't know. Let's take a look. I can take you in my wardrobe. So I guess the rarest. I think the one for 100 miles is one of the rarer ones, right? Where is this? I don't even know. Whoa, what's this? Rafa? This one? I don't even know half of the jerseys, actually. I like this one from Tour of RoadtoA. I like this one. This one from the UCI Scotland. Where it is? Oh my god. My in-game wardrobe is as messy as my real one. Maybe even more. Oh my god. Where is the one from? Yeah, this one. I like this one. From the UCI in Scotland. This was my first jersey I earned in the game. It was for the first ZRacing month I've done on Zwift, and I love it. I go back to it occasionally, and I also like the one for 100 miles, and I can't find it. This is this one, right? Yeah. This is the one for 100. No. I don't know which one is this. Which is the light one for 100 miles, or is it one? Is the black one for 100 miles? But now I choose the dinos. Oh, your girlfriend. I hate saying that word in English. Your girlfriend is Czech? That's awesome. Definitely give me a shout if you'll be in Prague. I do have some new item notification. How do I clear them? Do I need to go select each jersey to do that? I had the 100 ride-ons one pretty quickly, actually, because when I was starting on Zwift, I was harassing everyone with the ride-ons, and I was riding with the pacers because I needed the drops. So. Actually, the other day in the office, I was doing something in Excel or Windows, whatever. And I don't use Windows anymore. I have MacBook at home, the one for editing videos, right? And I did something, and I don't know what I did, and everything just shut off. And I was like, I finally understand the old folks that say I clicked somewhere and everything went away. It was the first time in my life where I properly understood that claim. You know what? The riser is so cool. I waste compler. I'm not. But the other day I was asked for an ID when I was buying beer, so it's my favorite thing to do now. If the clerk at the supermarket or asks me if I was 18 when buying beer or something, I can now say, yeah, twice. It is. I guess I look younger than that. The legal drinking age in Czechia is 18, but like basically everyone has tried beer by the time they are like 12. It's just so ingrained in our culture. It's not correct, but it's the way it is. It's 21 in the US, but when I was in high school, we were going to the pub with the guys. We weren't even 18. And there was this like rock/heavy metal pub. And there was this bartender who was like this heavy metal guy, like long hair, like the most stereotypical heavy metal guy you can imagine. And when we ordered beer, he was like, "Were you at least 15, you fucks?" Good times. I mean, there are some people in Czechia that don't drink beer. My wife is actually one of them. She's strange, but she likes like the fruit beer, like the sours and the sour cherry and strawberry beer. But she's not a fan of the Czech lager. Firecrackers. Yeah, if you want things that destroy your liver, lungs, or hands, you can definitely visit Czechia. We are your go-to guys. I don't think I need to edit the stream. First of all, last week YouTube changed the monetization rules, so you can actually swear now. I mean, I don't feel the need to do so excessively, but you can now. And even before, it was only like you didn't, you wasn't allowed to do so only in the first 30 seconds. But I may, I'm still not sure how I want to handle those streams afterwards, the recordings. If I should, trim it so there is only the race part, or if I should keep the whole thing. If I trim it, I will lose all the discussion that was here. That's sort of pity, but oh, no, my wife is cool. I mean, she knows she knows she's strange that she doesn't drink beer. Everyone has their, shortcomings. Yeah, trimming does get rid of the chat, yeah. Which sucks, actually. Sometimes when I finish the stream, I sometimes replay the stream to go through the chat if I missed something. The F1 movie was fantastic. I don't care about Formula One, actually. But once again, my rule of thumb worked well. And my rule of thumb is, if there is Brad Pitt in the movie, it's good. And if there is Hans Zimmer's music in the movie, it's also good. And this movie had both. It was fantastic. But I don't know anything about Formula One, so I cannot judge if the, racing, events that was happening there was like correctly made. Oh my God, Darren. I mean, I was clenching the handlebars of the chair. And I knew how it would finish, right? Everyone knows how does it finish. No spoilers. Hope your that's horrible word. Girlfriend didn't take it personally, Darren. Never had so much troubles to pronounce English word as with girlfriend. I'm Czech, we have the most tongue-breaking words, like 333 000, but I cannot pronounce girlfriend. It was the best thing about getting married, actually, that I no longer had to refer to my wife as girlfriend. Skomple? It's 333,000 in Czech. There are even better words in Czech. Tak nejneobospodářovatelnějšími. Strč prst skrz krk. Šel pštrose pštrosicí a pštrosá čaty. I can imagine that, yeah. Ex-girlfriend. Yeah. You actually reminded me that Facebook screenshot where the guy says, like, I'm sorry to say that me and, I don't know, Jessica are no longer engaged. And underneath it, there was the reaction from his wife saying, That's a very weird way to announce we got married. Chicken bang bang. Yeah, you know, whenever someone says that they are learning Czech, which by the way is your future, Darren. If it goes well, and I, all the best wishes that it does, that's in your future. Whenever someone says that they are learning Czech, I'm like, ha, good luck. Slovenian language, that sounds like diesel engine. Yeah, dating and no longer dating. Yeah. We will see. We will see how beautiful it is when she tells you you are not getting dinner until you say křenová omáčka. Where did you meet her? Huh. You know, since you are from Monaco, I believe, it got to be F1, right? I actually don't think that Hungarian is as horrible as Czech to pronounce. So Hungarian has that SZ words like samla, which is invoice. Don't ask me why I know. But Czech language has a lot of sh, j, r, j, neatly linked together. Oh, I wanted to go on the climb. Why I'm going here, actually. Oh, you are from Malta. Zwift running. Yeah, I met my wife because I failed a class at university. It's one of my favorite stories. I was having an exam one day, and I wasn't, bothered studying. I was playing World of Warcraft the day before. Obviously, I failed. When I was repeating the class, we had a group project together. 10 years later, we got married. She was in awe of my face. That's nice. You should pay the matchmaking fee, like the Tinder fee. What's it called? Like Zwinder. Zwift Gold. Exactly. we had our friend visit us 2 days ago, and she said that nowadays the best social media for dating is not Tinder, is that it's Strava. So let's enjoy a little bit of the Elite Riser, right? Let's do the climb here. I mean, I think that being ex-Olympian helps, right, Zara? It's a good pickup line, I think. This is surreal. It's so nice. Zwift for VR. Can you imagine the hates that headset have? Is this sweat pooling in there? Hey guys, Poki is not the only one who can ride with no hands into 10% climb. You can also ride outside with the Zwift, actually. If you have a power meter on your road bike and you pair it to your Zwift on phone, you can actually level up your bikes, but it eats a lot of phone battery, but you can do that. Yeah, you can definitely feel different muscles being challenged climbing in this position. It really does feel as climbing outside. Well, in this configuration, it might be dangerous because I've got the riser strapped to the rocker plate only by do-it-yourself solution with some straps so it doesn't fall off when I'm sprinting. But actually, the guy that I have the rocker plate from is sending me a platform for the riser, to which you strap it, to which you really lock it down. So when I have that, it's not going to be dangerous anymore. Scompler I actually already raced. So you might rewind the stream. Come on, Steven, you know you want that rocker plate. You know you want it, you deserve it. Sorry if I'm not helping your retail therapy urges. But then again, if I knew you wouldn't like it, I wouldn't taunt you about it. But I know that if you take the plunge, you are going to enjoy it so much that I have no bad conscience from taunting you into it. I don't think the riser steering is that useful actually, because maybe it's because I don't have the feeling for it yet, but it's like, take a look, it's like very hard to modulate, right? You know, you can go easily from left to right. You know, if I move the handlebars, it steers very well. But if I want to modulate it to end up right behind someone, it's way more difficult than using the Zwift play. You know, still can be done, right? But it's less convenient. So I wouldn't get the riser for steering. You do deserve it, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. If only for the efforts you do. You know, that's actually Scompler. That's one thing that I wanted to ask. If you use the tennis balls instead of the rocker plate, does it help? Does it do the forward and backwards movement, or just does it just wobble? Yeah, I have the red feet on the rocker plate. That's mega like the ultimate rocking platform. But I don't think actually the red feet do anything on a rocker plate. Oh yeah, I thought so. I mean, the wobble is better than nothing. But really what I found the most impactful is the forward and backward movement. Because I was already shooting some videos for my rocker plate video that's going to be released sometime in the next month, I think. And I was watching the footage, and with each pedal stroke, your pelvis moves forward and backward. Not much, like 2 centimeters maybe, tops. But with the forward and backward movement, the saddle moves with you. Without it, it's just friction. Yeah, absolutely. Any movement is better than no movement. 100%. And don't get me wrong, there are people who are absolutely fine with no movement. You know, if you're happy, don't change anything. Bike throw feature. You mean like doing this? That would be cool. I actually unplugged some cable with that movement, but since I'm moving still with the game, in the game, and I still see the stream going, I don't think it was something important. Yeah, with normal pedaling, it moves like 2 centimeters, then and backwards, but it can move up to 40. I mean, it's not dangerous if you have enough space. I almost dinged my fan. But you will never use this kind of rain. Really. I mean, this is almost wheelie a lot, right? It's like 15%. This is almost wheelie. Have a nice day, Miguel. Thank you for joining. Yeah, the climbing out of the saddle is way more natural now. It feels like outside. Peter second cosplay. So let's do 21 more minutes because I need to complete my exert buckets. Which frame is that? This is my gravel bike, old gravel bike, Quairon Wanderer. It's a nice gravel bike. It was my first bike with drop handlebars. Before that, I only had mountain bikes. Now it is my full-time Zwift bike. I have a road bike for outdoor. One Riesel EDR. Yeah, my biking journey was, I started with mountain bike, and I actually loved riding trails and bike parks, but I was kind of reckless, and my wife was really scared that I would kill myself. So I switched to gravel bike, and then I went to road bike. It was like this journey. Yeah, decathlon actually improved a lot in last few years. A few years ago, I wouldn't buy a bike from Decathlon. Now it's probably the best value for money. Tour of Innsbruck. I'm eager to see if there is another Zwift meetup next year, like was in Mallorca. I would like to visit that, but Mallorca is a little too far. I know it's not that far, but it's not drivable. That's nice for you to say, but it's not easy to grow with Zwift content because there's only so much of an audience, right? But it doesn't matter ultimately. Ooh, this is steep. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Ryan is fantastic. Love his journey. I think I will be going out of the saddle way more now because it's simply more comfortable now. And I'm slowly getting the feel for this trainer. When you change the gear, it changes the resistance gradually. So when going for the sprint, I mustn't like hit it 4 times like I was with the Zwift hub. You need to do like 2 and that's enough. I mean, I'm still totally gobsmacked that I even have 4,000 subs. When I was starting in January, it was like this fun thing. I wanted to mainly keep records of my races to give myself some accountability. And then for some reason, people start watching. I do not run anymore. I was running heavily for 7 years before Zwifting. I actually changed running for Zwifting and for cycling, that is. I was actually racing a lot when I was running. I raced basically anything from 5K to marathon. I preferred half marathons and marathons, but I was also racing 10Ks, 5Ks. I avoided the very short distances like 800 meters because it hurts like crazy. But half marathon was my sweet spot. You are doing your first marathon in October? Good luck. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of mental challenge as well. So let me know how it went, actually. The last 10K of marathon. Oh, camera gone. Let me try to restart. Maybe it just... Oh, so it looks like it got out of the battery. I will need to get one of those endless batteries for my camera. It's not cable, it's the battery of the camera, actually. This camera is fantastic, but it doesn't have big battery. But I can get one of those endless batteries for streaming that you just plug into the wall outlet. And I will, because it is actually the second time this happened. And I would like to do some longer streams. I would like to do some, challenge again. Unfortunately, it doesn't charge from the cable, but it is solvable, so I will. No, because I need to have the camera connected via USB-C to computer, and it doesn't charge while it's streaming, while in webcam mode, unfortunately. It's like the only negative aspect of this camera, otherwise it's very nice. As for the editing, I always liked video editing. Even like 10 years ago, I was editing World of Warcraft movies. I like playing in the editing software. Okay, so I will finish this climb and finish the stream. Because I can imagine it can get really boring without the camera. And before the next one, I will get the battery. Donation for better battery. Thank you very much, Complar. Thank you very much appreciated. Now I have obligation to buy the battery. You know what? I will actually place the order right after I finish riding. I actually got breakthrough in this race. This is strange. I actually feel that this will sound like really wrong, right? But I think that this trainer actually gives me a little more power than the Zwift hub, because I feel that I'm doing the same power with lower effort. But it might be also that I cleaned my chain. Yeah, actually, that donation made me laugh. But the good news is, I think the camera didn't lag today, did it? I moved the fan back away from it, and it seems that it was the issue actually. So it was probably really some electrical interference during the... Oh my god, I'm so dumb. No. I'm currently upgrading the time trial bike, but I forgot to put it on when the race finished. Never mind. Okay, now let me change it for the rest of the climb. It's not much, but better than nothing. And once I upgrade the time trial bike, I will upgrade the Athos. Yeah. What happens to channel name if you hit grade A? I think I will keep the channel name, but it will be maybe RoadtoA plus, who knows? Thank you very much, Darren, yeah. RoadtoA plus, road to 690. 1K plus. Huh? There's Herben in front of me. 24 minutes in front of me. I won't catch him probably, but nice to see him out there. Herben, he also has YouTube channel. A really nice guy. A really good rider, actually. Take a look at him. His channel name is Right with Herben. Really nice Dutch guy. Very strong rider. He was actually one of the first Zwift YouTubers I started watching when I started Zwifting. He does all those crazy mental things like climb portal at 6 watts per kilo, stuff like that. YouTubers event. Yeah. That doesn't seem fair though. Every YouTuber, every Zwifting YouTuber seems to be better than me though. Three times Madeline. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful climb in real life. So next time under 1 hour? Do I get that right? Oh yeah. Now you need to rest. I would like to do sub 50 oak eventually. Probably sometime in autumn. At least attempt it. I don't know if I'm there fitness wise. You have 53. Okay, so I'm probably not there. Yeah, I've done it in 57 minutes. 56 something. 3.9 watts per kilo. I could actually do that maybe. If I lose few more kilos, I could probably do 3.9 for 50 minutes. Recently I've done 3.7 for 42. But I will lose some weight. That is doable. How many miles I do a week? Recently, quite a lot actually. I don't measure it in miles. because I would say it depends on the route. But I do about 12 hours a week of riding, some of which is high intensity. Yeah, exactly, Steven. That's not too far off, actually. It's maybe like, what, 2-3 kilos of that? That's doable. Let's do it. Two, 3 kilos and a little bit of improvement, and it's there. And there's definitely going to be Alp in Tour of RoadtoA, right? So, what's your main job? I'm a finance. My job title is senior finance controller, but I'm more like finance business partner for certain departments in our company. I work in a e-commerce. Post Sisu, I would say in Tour of RoadtoA, there is always the Road to Sky, and that's like October, right? Or maybe before that. I'm actually leaving for the United States in middle of September for a little over 2 weeks. So I will have like 16 days without riding and with unhealthy American food. That's Tour de Zwift, Steven. Tour of RoadtoA is in fall. I don't know if it's October or November, actually. But there are two events. Tour of RoadtoA is only in RoadtoA, and Tour de Zwift is all around the Zwift world. And that is in January. So I will do 5 more minutes to fill my bucket. Google AI lied to me. Yeah, using Google AI is dangerous. The ChatGPT 4.0 is already fairly reliable, but Google AI is dangerous. Real life sky path in Central Park. Yeah. We are going to visit New York City for 3 days as well. We will spend most of the time in the parks, in the national parks, but then we will fly from Denver to New York City for 3 days. I want to visit some of the New York City restaurants. My wife wants to visit the 9/11 museum. We were actually in New York City already in 2016, but I assume a lot of change. So after 2 weeks in the wilderness, it will be nice to have some good American pizza and stuff like that. Oh, that would be incredible, Steven. That'd be incredible. I would like to experience like proper American barbecue. I don't know if it's possible in either Denver or New York City. Obviously, I know that Texas would be the best, but we are not going there. But if you knew about good barbecue place, like, you know, like briskets and stuff like that. That would be awesome. We are going to go to the dinosaur museum in Denver, definitely. My wife loves dinosaurs. Thank you very much. We are going to be in Colorado in the 1 week when there is the best fall colors. I think that's going to be incredible, actually. Scompler, because you can set them. Take a look. If you go to settings and to HUD menu, you can customize your fields. So if I put average watts per kilo, there are average watts per kilo. I actually wanted to change it to watts per kilo, to average watts per kilo before, and I forgot. So you just reminded me. Red Rocks. I'm not sure. I think we are going to Rockies, then to Aspen, to Montrose, I believe, if I remember the name correctly. Montrose, the Black Canyon of Gunnison. I think that's it in Colorado. Before that, it's going to be the standard tour in Utah and Arizona. Okay, so it is in the Rockies. Okay. So we might actually go there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I will miss cycling, definitely, but the holidays in the United States is always my favorite holidays. We've been there already 3 times. And if I'm honest, I wouldn't need to go on holidays anywhere else, because there is everything. I work in finance. I'm finance guy, finance controller. Not that exciting as cycling. Yeah, I do not doubt. Especially since we will be in Colorado with all the yellow trees, fall colors. It's going to be incredible. You're a finance analyst too. Oh, well, then you know what. You know what's what. Okay, last minute. Almost have my bucket filled. And I'm gonna go have a beer. Yeah, Excel 24/7. I actually am already past that. I'm more like in the, how would I call it? Advisory position to other departments. Still work with Excel a lot of the time, but it's not 24/7 anymore, thankfully. But I started my professional career in finance audit in Big Four, and that was Excel hell. Okay, guys, I've got my... Oh, I don't. That was premature. 30 more seconds. Cannot leave without my buckets filled. That wouldn't be proper. I'm pretty sure I would get executed if I used Google Sheets at my work. Okay, guys, now I am actually done. So thank you for joining. Thank you for keeping me company. I will schedule next stream for definitely next week for another ZRacing race, this time in A. Maybe something over the weekend, I don't know. We will see. So thank you guys and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.